Hey, Dr. Amy here. Today, I'm diving into your most popular questions about cancer recovery and cancer remission. Every day, I get hundreds of messages asking specific questions about what you should and should not do after cancer. And today, I'm doing a rapid fire Q&A. So I'm answering all of your questions in this video. Buckle up because we're going to go fast. The first question, and probably the most popular question that I get asked, is can I eat X food after cancer? Can I eat dairy? Can I eat meat? Can I eat sugar? Can I eat soy? Can I drink coffee? I get asked about every single food and if it's safe or not. So I'm going to make this really simple. There are very few foods that are truly linked to cancer. There are really only two. One, processed meats. This is something like deli meats or hot dogs or sausage or bacon, a meat that's had anything done to it to preserve the shelf life or change the color or flavor. That's a processed meat. Processed meats are clearly linked to increasing the risk of several types of cancers. So if you can't completely avoid it, minimize it, and if you can, cut it out entirely. The second food is alcohol. Alcohol has been proven over and over again to increase the risk of 11 types of cancers. So if you can completely stop drinking alcohol, that's obviously the best choice. And if you still want to partake socially, then keep your drinks to less than 3 drinks per week. Everything else is safe. Now, the internet would have you believe that every food is linked to cancer, but that's simply not true. As a cancer thriver, you want to be acting from a place of power, not a place of fear. So I want you to feel good about fueling your body, not fearful. We're standing in a place where we're going to use strategy, not restriction. Okay, on to question number 2, and this one I get asked a lot. How can you make your skin look healthy and glowing after cancer? Now, understandably, a lot of women are put into a medical menopause state after cancer. Their cancer is hormonally driven, so they're given drugs or treatments or even a hysterectomy to put them into a forced menopause or a medical menopause. This results and changes to your skin, nails, and hair. A lot of women come to me for help, wanting to really have that glow, that dewy skin once again. What products do you use? What can I buy? What face wash? What should I be doing? And here's the truth, and you may not want to hear this. You do not need a 12-step skincare routine to have glowing skin. That is not what you need. It is not about more products on top of your skin. It's more about what you put inside your body. Your nutrition is going to fuel the health of your skin and the growth of your hair. So if you want to grow your hair back long and thick, if you want healthy glowing skin, it starts with your nutrition. It starts from within. So forget about all these products that buy and then they're just going to end up collecting dust in your bathroom. Instead, invest your energy, invest your money into getting proper nutrition support. Okay, and question number 3. This one only impacts women. Well, mostly impacts women. Let me explain. I get asked all the time, is it possible to have kids after cancer? Like, is that even possible? Right? Because many of us associate cancer with infertility. Like, that's it, you're done, right? But it is 100% possible to have kids after cancer, and I'm living proof. I had both of my babies after cancer. They're both biologically my children, and it's possible, okay? So I don't ever want you to completely give up hope. That can't be the path for you as well, because of course, it's possible for you. Okay, and question number 4 is, should I be using intermittent fasting to help stay cancer-free? Now, there's a lot of stuff online about fasting and cancer. 24-hour fast, a 7-day fast, but most popular is intermittent fasting. This is fasting anywhere between 10 to 14 hours every day. You really shorten up your eating window and lengthen out the period that you're fasting. Now, many people will promote intermittent fasting because they claim it allows your body to really destroy cancer cells during the fasting period. But there's really only been one really convincing piece of evidence to support fasting in reducing the risk of cancer recurrence. There was a study published among breast cancer survivors that showed women who fasted for at least 13 hours overnight were less likely to have a cancer recurrence. Now, of course, this seems really exciting. And if you typically don't snack at night or don't eat until later in the day, then this could be something you easily incorporate into your life. But there were some hesitancies around this study. There was a thought that maybe it's the fasting that's truly going to lower your risk of cancer, but maybe there's another reason why this is happening. Because of course, women who use intermittent fasting, they typically eat fewer calories per day, which means they typically lose weight. And we do know that women who maintain a healthy body weight after cancer, well, they definitely have a lower risk of cancer. So is it the intermittent fasting or is it the lower body weight? But either way, if this fits well with your lifestyle, it's worth a shot. And the fifth question is, what foods should I avoid eating while I'm on tamoxifen? Now, tamoxifen is an interesting drug because it requires activation in your body after you take it. So you swallowed the pill, but that chemical compound isn't what actually causes the positive effect in lowering your risk of cancer. What happens is you take the pill and your body's enzymes transform that chemical into something else called endoxifen, and that is what causes the effect. Now, what can happen is when we eat certain foods, it can lower the amount of enzyme that's required for that activation. So the issue becomes if you have less enzyme, then you don't have the activation, and then the drug can't actually be effective. And there's really one major food that strongly inhibits that enzyme that's needed for activation in your body, and that food is grapefruit. Now, I'm not a grapefruit lover, so this isn't a big issue for me. I just cut grapefruit out of my diet and grapefruit juice. But for some women who love grapefruit, this can be a pain. The problem is that some women will try to separate it, have their grapefruit in the morning and take tamoxifen at night. And that way they're spread out and potentially there's no harm. But that's incorrect because tamoxifen lasts a really long time in your body. So even if you space out your grapefruit and your tamoxifen, it's still negatively impacting those enzymes and potentially causing your tamoxifen not to work. So while you're on tamoxifen, we have to cut out the grapefruit. Okay, question number 6. When is it safe for me to start exercising after cancer? Now, this is a popular question because people don't want to do any harm to their body. That's understandable if you're in that same position, but we need to reframe our mindset around exercise or movement and cancer. There is never a time where being sedentary or still is the right answer for your body. Now, some people will fight me on this because they'll say, I'm given surgery restrictions, I can't exercise for 6 weeks after surgery. And yeah, that is true. But when they say don't exercise, they don't mean don't move. You still need to be moving your body. You need to get up, walk around your house, walk around the block, still move your body. So even when you're in cancer treatment, you should still be moving and still be exercising. Oh shoot, I stopped exercising completely during my treatment. What do I do now? Well, it's never too late for you. Start where you're at. Where I would suggest to start is with walking. It's simple. We all have access to sidewalks or roads or an indoor track, a treadmill. Start by walking. Start with 5 or 10 minutes today and build the time up week after week. Even if you have surgery restrictions right now, you can still walk. Okay, question number 7. Should I use the keto diet after cancer? Now, this is really popular, especially because the keto diet has gained popularity over the last several years. But the keto diet is not something that I recommend to the clients that I work with. And here's why. Now, the keto diet, although it may work for other people who have not been diagnosed with cancer, it can be harmful for cancer survivors. It can be really detrimental to your energy. Now, the problem is that when many people go through cancer treatment, their energy is terrible, exhausted, tired, fatigued. They're so tired, and I was exactly like that when I went through my own treatment. So we have to fuel your body to improve your energy, not make it worse. And unfortunately, the keto diet is not very closely aligned with that goal. So when someone's coming out of cancer or cancer treatment, I would not start with the keto diet. I do want to place strong emphasis on specific food groups or specific macro and micronutrient targets, but keto is not the path that I would take. Okay, and question number 8 is about hair growth after cancer. Now, a lot of people come to me saying, my hair is just growing back thin or sparse, or I have chemo curls. What can I do? What can I do to make sure my hair grows back long, thick, and fast? Now, there are 3 key strategies that I use for fast hair growth. And as you can see, my hair is pretty long. Okay. The first thing is just like your skin, we have to fuel hair growth from within. Your hair needs specific amino acids to grow. And if we're not giving your body those amino acids, then hair growth is limited. it can actually be slower. We have to give your body the right fuel for it to grow in terms of hair. And so that's why we have to start with the right nutrition. Now, amino acids are the building blocks of protein. So we start with making sure you're at adequate protein levels for you specifically. Then we look at the types of protein you're getting. The second thing we need to do for hair regrowth is to use rosemary oil. Now, rosemary oil has been shown to be just as effective as Rogaine in terms of hair growth. Plus, it doesn't have a lot of the skin irritation that comes with Rogaine. Now, rosemary oil you can buy in multiple places. Get it from a source that you really trust and use it with a carrier oil to apply to your scalp every night. Okay, and the last thing that you need to do for hair growth, and this is something special, so let me grab it and show you. Here it is. Okay, the best way to get your hair to grow fast is with a scalp massager. Now, all you wanna do is massage your scalp for 20 minutes every night. You can do this while you're watching TV, while you're recording a YouTube video, while you're talking on the phone. These are gentle bristles, so this really feels quite nice. Just 20 minutes a day, and that's gonna improve circulation to your scalp and help with hair growth. Now, this would be a waste of a YouTube video if I didn't dive in to some questions about mindset after cancer. The number one question I get in terms of mindset or cancer anxiety, cancer fear, is the question that so many cancer survivors are thinking when they lay in bed at night. And that is, what if my cancer comes back? What if the scan shows that cancer's back and it's metastasized everywhere and I'm stage 4 and I only have 3 months to live? And your mind gets going and going and going until you absolutely can't sleep. Now, this is an issue that so many cancer survivors navigate, but I'm gonna give you a really practical tool to start to transform this thought pattern. Now, if you're thinking, what if my cancer comes back? It would also be very, very logical to think, what if my cancer never comes back? This is called the flip it technique. So if one option's true, what if my cancer comes back? Then the other option is undoubtedly could be true as well. So we have to think in both paths. Now, because you've been diagnosed with cancer, it's natural to assume the negative path, right? You've heard these words, you have cancer before, and that's what's stuck in your head. You have cancer. So you think, what if my cancer comes back? But if that's true, the opposite must be true as well. So the next time you find yourself saying, what if my cancer comes back? I want you to flip it and also say, what if my cancer never comes back? Then I want you to really notice how you feel within your body when you say each of those phrases. What if my cancer comes back is negative and anxious. It's in your shoulders, in your gut, in your heart. And what if my cancer never comes back? Feels light, feels relaxed, feels free. Now, it's logical. If one is possible, the other's possible too. Okay, and this last question, this is a big one. So listen up. Now, a lot of people ask me, what is the number one thing that I can personally do to help stay cancer-free? And this is where the most impressive scientific evidence lies. The best thing that you can do to lower your risk of a cancer recurrence is targeted exercise. This is a combination of targeted cardio and targeted strength training. You need both together to lower your risk of a cancer recurrence by up to 59%. That's really impressive. As a cancer survivor myself, I wanted that type of risk reduction. I still do. So I focus a lot of my time, energy, and effort into making sure I hit targeted exercise levels. But if you want to know more about how you can truly stay cancer-free, how you can recover fast, and how you can put cancer in the past, well, then you need to check out my Confidently Cancer-Free Masterclass. I'm going to link that video up right below, so be sure to check it out now, and I'll chat with you soon.